Here we have Hamilton Jazzmaster Open Heart, one of the most successful Hamilton watch in the Korean market. I know many watch brands try to copy the success of this model, but no brand, as far as I know, have outperformed this watch. What can explain the unusual success of this watch?
I'm still asking myself the same question. It's a very interesting story. We created this watch in 2009 with a special opening that has no specific meaning. So it was opened like this. It was just the designer.
Wait. It doesn't have any meaning?
It doesn't have any specific meaning, except if you find one. But it was not. It was not based on a specific creative or something. It was to show some parts of the movement that are interesting to see. When you have a movement, when you have something, and then we created this opening in 2009. It really started to be popular because of Korea. Korea was an amazing market with this specific watch, and then it became a signature. So it's mainly due to Korean market that this collection started to be really spread all around the world. And I might explain it that 2009 is when we opened the market, Hamilton in Korea. And I think that's one of the first product that they could find on the market, officially arriving in the market. And I think that it might explain the success of this specific product in Korean market.
It was the first watch available in the Korean market.
Maybe it was popular, or people were happy to have a Hamilton and to have this opening. And it's a classic watch, but with an emotion. I mean, it's something a little bit special. And today it became the signature of our Jazzmaster Open Heart.
So it is now popular even in global market.
Even in global market. So it's part of our best-selling collection. And I would say that Korea might be quite having a big impact on that.
Yeah, we play some kind of role.
Yes, everyone is playing a role.
Hamilton's history has been decorated by many first titles. We talked about the Ventura, world's first electric watch, and we need to talk about this, world's first electronic digital watch.
Yes.
What's the story behind this watch? So I was really happy you survived this design.
It's initially it's the Pulsar. So the Pulsar was the first digital watch put on the market. So that was LCD with an LCD display. It was 1970. It wasn't an amazing success, but it was a key piece. It was once again a disruptive product put in the market, but it was a very expensive at that time. It was more than $250 when it was launched. So that was a big amount, but you had key people like Keith Richards, US President Gerald Ford was wearing it, Jack Nicholson, Elvis was wearing the P1, and then it was abandoned by Hamilton during the 70s. And the technology, the digital technology, was sold to other watchmaking company. But in 2020, we decided to remake it. So we took exactly the same product in terms of dimension, finishing with this the glass with this screen having either a green or a red effect. So we really made one-to-one what was made in the 70s for the 50th anniversary. So that was 2020, and it has been a huge success among Hamilton collectors, but also for the larger audience.
It is improved from the original because you can still read the time without pushing the
So
button.
there is two screens. At that time, it was only one, so you had to press the button, and you could get battery for 3 months, depending how long how many time you want to check your time.
Battery life is also horrible.
It was.
But now it is.
But nowadays it's good, so you can read because you have two screens. You have a reflective one and you have a diffusing one. So that's why you have the chance to read the time even without pressing the button. And then when you press the button, and even when you press the button, you get the dot exactly like in the good old days, I would say.
Yeah, it's shinier.
It's shinier, and it's exactly like before. So you're not gonna have AM, PM. It's only 1 to 12.
I think we should talk about this watch more because it has really interesting history.
It's an amazing piece, and it's very successful. So people really like it, and now we are animating. So the one that you have today, with the green screen, digital display, but the one we launched in 2020 was with the red one, and
There was also Matrix limited edition.
yeah, we had a Matrix black PVD with the green screen, a Matrix limited edition. When we developed this PSR, we were like, okay, now we're gonna make it green, and black PVD is gonna look really cool. And when we made it, we say that's a Matrix watch. And then we contacted Warner Bros. And then we started because we knew that they were shooting. So the idea didn't came from. They didn't ask us to do it, but when we were developing the product, we were like, that's the Matrix watch. And then we started.
Liked it.
The studio liked it, and that's because we have this relationship, because we have all this long project with all the studio that we are able to do something like that.
Yeah, and it has 100-meter water resistance.
Yeah.
And I think it has some kind of integrated bracelet sports watch vibe in it. If you have a question like why Hamilton doesn't have integrated bracelet watches, perhaps this watch is an answer. Looks a bit weird, but yeah, Hamilton is always weird, right?
Exactly.
So I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too. I have the gold one.
Great. Although Hamilton belongs to the big Swatch group, it is still doing its own experiment. The most recent exciting one is the Far Cry Kakifield watch. What was really interesting to me is that you can use this watch both in the game and in reality, but I don't actually play games, so I was really curious, how does it actually work? So if I buy this watch, then it will enhance my character in the game? Is it?
Yeah, so it's not exactly, but I'm sure it will enhance your character in your real life, which is even nicer than in the game. So the whole story came. So yes, we are part of the Swatch group. The Swatch group is also having quite a lot of impact in our research and development. So it allows us as well to come with new ideas. So they are definitely not blocking us. But as we said already, we have first electric watch, first digital watch, a lot of new things. I am not someone, or we are not people at Hamilton who look behind. I mean, we have exactly the same responsibilities as the guy in 1957 who did the Ventura that we are still able to talk about today. So we also want that people in 2040, they look back and they say, guys, look what Hamilton did in 2021 or in 2020 or in 2019. That's our job. Our job is to create the history for the people of tomorrow. And I think this is one of these milestones. We are the first one having a watch in a game. And this, nobody's gonna be able to take it out of that. And why the gaming? Because we see that gaming is as creative as the movie industry. You have this immersive feeling when you play game. I'm not playing game either, but you have this immersive, you have this reality, you have this creativity in the gaming. And we say, okay, now the world is connecting among movies, TV series, gaming, and so on. And we say, okay, now let's go into the gaming industry. So we started this project with this studio, Ubisoft, and we created the Far Cry 6. So it gives you benefit in the game. Whenever you have the watch, it makes you running faster to escape. So it's not a weapon that's gonna help you to damage someone, but really to support your defensive assets. And in the real life, it's something that gave a different personality to the person you are.
And the watch itself is attractive too.
Yeah.
It is titanium case.
And you have just this red second hand, and you have the 6 that is cut because Far Cry 6, the logo of Far Cry 6 is having this 6 which is cut. So that's the little
that's
trick
why
we
it has
did. We did this product with them.
The indices are more legible than ordinary Kakifield. Even though ordinary Kakifield is a
it's quite readable, but it's a little bit more lighter, I would say.
Great. Are we able to see more gaming watches from Hamilton, or is it just a one-time event?
We're gonna see more. We are working on some other project. It takes time. If I compare with the movie industry, the first movie was 1932, as I said, with Shanghai Express. The second one was 1957. So it took 25 years from the first one to the second one, but we're gonna be much faster. So you don't have to wait 25 years to see us in another game. We are in contact, but it's not easy to create this relationship. It's not one studio. The studio are spread around the world, so it's a project that we want to start from scratch. You have to create it digitally. you have to integrate it into the game, and then you have to produce the watch. So it takes really long time, and we have few projects in the pipeline, and it's gonna remain as well something within our playground, I would say.
I don't play video games very much, but I'm wearing my racing chronograph when I play my racing game.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited about Hamilton's gaming watch. Someday I will buy it if it fits my needs.
If it fits your needs in terms of play, in case of...
I really like the idea.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a very good idea, very good idea.
I heard that you are not only the CEO of Hamilton, but also a professional pilot. So what does Hamilton's rich aviation history mean to you?
Okay, so you heard that, so it's partially correct because I'm not a professional pilot because it's not my job. I don't have the professional license, but I am a private pilot, flying over 30 years now, so I really started young. So yes, it talks to me, talking about the world of aviation, about pilot, about the emotion of flying, about this technical environment when you fly, about this reliability on your plane, on everything that you do, because if you do a mistake, you pay it cash. So that's something we have to be careful. So I'm not really someone too much into the past. I already mentioned it. So it's not something that I'm not really impressed about what has been done in the past, because it has been done at that time. It was something amazing. So that's why we continue to try to create stories for the future. So that's why we are partnering with the most famous pilot, I would say. We have 4 aerobatic pilots. One of them was the guy who just flew through a tunnel in Turkey 2 years ago, in 2021. We are partnering with the rescue team, helicopter rescue team. So there are people, they are going out there whenever the weather is bad to save lives. We are partnering with a new technological project called Ceoga. So we have a lot of projects. So that's what inspired me. The world of aviation is going to change. Still a little bit the old way, the plane. I mean, the car industry evolved very, very fast. The aviation world is still a little bit behind, and I think it's going to have a big push in the coming years. And I wouldn't be surprised that Hamilton is somehow linked with one of these projects.
Okay, I was wrong. You are not a professional pilot, but you are still flying.
I'm still flying, yeah. Okay. I'm still flying.
And are you wearing pilot's watches when you fly?
Yes, always. Whenever I have I call it my crew bag, but it's not a crew bag, but I have my bag with all the paper, the official paper that you need to carry on when you go flying, and there is one Hamilton pilot watch in it, yeah.
Okay, I have 2 questions related to this. What is your favorite pilot's watch? And second one is, what is the most useful complication or functional pilot watch when you fly?
I have a watch that is called, it's not part of the collection anymore. It's called the Kaki flight timer that allows you to record your flight time. So it's really easy to use and really a useful information, because otherwise you have to check your watch, you have to write it down, and so on. So you can count the landing, the takeoff, and the IFR, VFR, whatever.
So it is flight computer.
So it's a kind of a flight computer. You still have to press it. We still like to have the connection. So it's not something that is smart on taking everything alone. So you need an action on the watch, but that is pretty simple. We developed it with Air Zermatt, so they are helicopter pilots. And so that's the one that is on my wrist whenever I go doing some loopings or flying around. My favorite one is the X-Wind, the sandblasted one that we launched a couple of years ago. No, it's a yellow sandblasted case, and you have a very, very nice camouflage, soft camouflage dial, and that's an outstanding, and especially the strap with this textile strap, it's really something outstanding that I really like to wear. I like the fact that it has a pilot function, because that's the emotion I have with the product, and I like it because it's that the character. It's quite big. It's a 45 millimeter. I like big watches. Today I wear the 46, but that the product itself, how it is finished, what it communicates, really talks to me. The X-Wing is not a function that I'm using nowadays. You don't need it, because you have computers in the cockpit, or you have other alternatives to make this calculation. But once again, it's a pilot watch. We want to create the link between the product and the environment of the product, and that's why we have this crosswind function that has been implemented into this product, even if you're not going to use it. But I'm sure that every time you wear your chronograph, you are not always timing whatever you are doing. So that's also the technical part and the technical look of the watch that is interesting.
Great. Among Hamilton's current collection, what is your personal favorite?
My personal favorite. So it's difficult. I would say it's a difficult question because I'm working for Hamilton since 15 years. So I'm not a collector, but the few Hamilton watches that I have, they talk to me for specific reasons. It could be the first one that I presented in Basel World in 2017. You know, when you have to sit here, and that the first time that you present a watch to a journalist, so it's the one I like or really talks to me is the PSR, the gold one, the limited edition, the gold one with the red, because that's the watch I purchased because it has been launched just after I became CEO of Hamilton. So that was to celebrate this particular moment.
Okay.
So more than the product itself, it's when it happened.
The last question is about the future of Hamilton. So what is the biggest challenge your brand is facing right now, and what is your solution to it?
So we like challenge. The biggest challenge that we faced during these last 2 years is supply chain. It's logistic. Is to have enough components on time in order to supply the market. So before the COVID, you need for a Hamilton watch about 4 to 5 months to produce a watch. Nowadays, it's 8 to 9 months. So everything has to be planned way in advance. So you have to stop developing a product way in advance. You have to order the components way in advance that it match with what you are planning. So that's a little bit the challenge. You are losing flexibility to develop novelties and to launch novelties. But we are doing it the way we have to do it. We have to take some risk. We have to go forward. So everything has been ordered as well already for the novelties of this 2023 year. And if we have made our work the correct way, it's going to be successful. But when I see the development of the brand during these last 2 years, we are really confident for the future, and we have amazing new product coming with new families, new collection, which wasn't the case in 2022 because we wanted to focus on the 130th anniversary. But this year we come with big new families in a two-key collection.
Reveal right now?
Right now, reveal here. I don't have anything that I can reveal here, but there is big launch in this coming in end of this month, so end of January, and also for a big new family for March. And I hope that as for the opener, the Korean market is gonna contribute to the success of the family.
Thank you for your precious time and honest answers. I hope my questions not too hard for you.
No, they were straightforward. They were really interesting and challenging a little bit. When you ask me to choose between the child, it's not easy. But it's interesting because that's a question that we never ask ourselves. So that's good to have to answer this question. So 감사합니다.
I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed our conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for watching. This is Seoga Kim and CEO of Hamilton, Mr. Vivian Stauffer.
감사합니다. Have a good day. Thank you.
See you later.